thought I could actually do a video with Theo. I don't get a lot of quiet and non-windy days to kind of do this outside with him, so I thought I'd take advantage of it. But we've had a super busy week as far as appointments go, and with him, it's all been good, but it's been, this is our first kind of relaxing day we've had, just to enjoy each other. But on Monday he had dentistry done. He sedated phenomenally. He was so good for the vet. The vet didn't find any major issues. Nothing different than old horse teeth. He does look like he had been a cribber. His front teeth are very flat, but we haven't seen any evidence of him actually cribbing. So we're not 100% sure why, but sometimes that's just the way it goes, so we'll take it. There's no major issues, so that's a win. The vet did take note, though, that this side of his neck has a lot more muscle than the other side. So I'm thinking based on the head tilt, we've just got some muscle usage that's a little bit different on both sides. So we'll see how that kind of changes over the next little bit with some of the treatments that we're working on. As I said before, his eyes structurally look really good. As far as the vet can see. However, we are finding that on his right side, so left on the camera, that when he has something approach him from that side of his body, he really swings his head around to see what's coming, and that makes me really truly believe that we do have a vision issue. I actually think he lacks peripherals. Where he sees almost like a tube vision, so like you're seeing through like a tiny tube on that side. Nerve damage, since there is evidence of nerve damage all along that side of his face and head, it would make sense, and it's something that the vet wouldn't be able to see with the blind eye, and it's something that I've actually heard about before. So it's that's the ongoing theory at the moment. I'm going to avoid putting a fly mask on him, though, just until I have a little bit better understanding about the vision, and watching him and observing him. I don't want to impede the vision even more with the fly mask, like the mesh on the fly mask. I know it doesn't do it a lot, but we're just not quite there yet. And with him being so sensitive with his head, he's not ready. So I'm not going to push that as of right now. But so that was the vet appointment on Monday. All good. His stitches came out on his back leg, where he put his leg in the fence. But that is healing up nicely, and on Tuesday he had his PEMF treatment, which he was very anxious about. He's not confident in the cross ties to begin with. He's not there yet. We're working hard at it, but he's very unsure. So having somebody new in the barn on top of equipment, you saw the full panic, untrusting, he thought somebody was going to kill him mentality come out. It took him a while to settle into the treatment. Kat was phenomenal with him, so much patience, and he did eventually settle into the treatment, and it was very short. We only did 10 minutes, and kept it on the lowest setting to get him started. So he will see Kat again on Tuesday, so hopefully we can make it a little bit more intense or a little bit longer. We did see the most reactivity in this part of his neck here, so we're wondering if maybe some of the nerve damage is actually stemming from that area. But I'll be curious to see what happens on Tuesday. But as his winter coat comes out, we're getting a lot of bald spots, so clearly we've got some nutrition things we need to address, and probably some of the lice that we've been also fighting as well. I have confidence that he will look phenomenal come summer, but we've got a little bit of work to do. His hips are very uneven. When you actually look, his head tilt affects his whole body. His pelvis is a little bit twisted. His tail's a little crooked. So as we kind of go and we get the chiropractor involved, I'm hoping that we can at least help that a little bit. I don't think we'll be able to fix it, but I think we can help him. He's a super happy boy today. But he's had a lot of appointments. And he's really, honestly, he's doing phenomenal with it. We will see Kat on Tuesday. Monday he has his animal communication session, I guess you want to call it. So I'll make sure I upload his report on Monday or Tuesday, and then he will have that. He gets his feet done this weekend, which I'm a little bit nervous about, just because he is not confident in the cross ties yet. But our farrier is phenomenal, and I know she will be super patient with him, but I hope he doesn't panic too much. We'll do our best to kind of keep him calm. so he can get his feet done. We've been waiting and pushing it off until he was a little bit more comfortable. As you can see, he's pretty happy out here grazing though. This is kind of his only second day out having some grass. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're sitting at the moment. He's letting me brush his whole body, which is super exciting. I could only get to about his stifle, so really only here. I couldn't really so yeah, sorry, I can now brush past his midsection in his bum. So my next goal is to get this tail figured out. He's got a super long tail, so I want to clean that up, and I think he's gonna look super awesome. But so yeah, that is the update on Mr. Theo. He's a happy boy today. We're just gonna stay out here for a little bit longer on this gorgeous day and play with a spray bottle a little bit and test his tolerance to being sprayed, so we can work up to having a bath, which he desperately needs. So our goal is bath in the next few weeks as the weather gets warmer, and we're just going to take it slow and work up to that. So that's where we sit on our end, and we will chat with you next week when we have, after our other appointments and the report.
Are we having fun? Are you pretty? Handsome boys. Not so smart maybe, but handsome. Yes, the girls look really impressed. Yep. Nice show. Hi everyone. I think that we've just started week 3 with these boys. I've got Theo and Ben here in my barn, so Evil 1 and Midlife. And I just wanted to very quickly go over, just for anyone that is wondering, how some of these rescue horses eat. I know I've gone over the grain kind of protocol already for Ben, and he was the most malnourished boy of the bunch, so he's the skinniest and has the most to gain back, essentially. So I've gone over the grain. We are slowly increasing his grain. He's up to about 2/3 of a full ration now and doing really well, but wanted to go over the hay as well. So luckily, we home grow our own hay here, which is awesome, because if I had to pay to feed this horse, I would go bankrupt. He literally eats non-stop. He and Theo are still out in their own little field right now, just due to various ailments or injuries that they've had going on. And they will eat a bale of hay twice a day out there. They're only out actually during the day and in their stalls at night currently still, because it's cold. But I'm pretty sure that Ben eats 7/8 of that bale probably, because Theo just doesn't eat as much outside. He eats better in his stall here at night. He likes his hay net, so that makes a big difference. But I'm just sitting literally on my hay pallet here. Sorry, it's kind of an awkward backdrop. But I just wanted to go over the difference with you. Theo's hay is already in his stall. He eats a normal amount for a 1,000-pound-ish horse. He's still thin, but has some weight to gain, but not too much. So above my head here, we can see the end of the bale. So I've got these stacked here on top of a bale. So this stack here, this is 2 reasonable size flakes. So you can see with my hand, it is about 12 to 15 pounds of hay. That is the amount that my 1,200-pound quarter horse will eat overnight. And just, I wanted to put that there as a reference. And he will actually leave a little bit in his stall, but I do like to keep hay in front of him at all times. He's an ulcer horse, so I have to make sure that he's always munching on something. But that's about the amount that he'll eat overnight. Above my other shoulder here, keep in mind this is starting right here, and going up way above the other one. This is 4 flakes, and this is approximately 25 pounds of hay with these bales, because these are pretty solid bales. That is how much Ben, aka Midlife, will eat overnight, and he will actually not have much left in the morning, just a few scraps that he's kind of pooped on. But he will eat all of that overnight, and please keep in mind our nights here. When I say overnight here in my barn, I turn out super early in the morning and I bring in super late at night. I think that they deserve as much time outside as they can, just to enjoy the outdoors. So they won't be coming in tonight until probably 9:30 or 10, and tomorrow morning being Saturday, my busiest day of the week, they're going to be out before 5 in the morning. So that is, it's not a very long night by any means, and he will eat about 25 pounds of hay in that time. And this is a routine, like every night thing. So it's not for the faint of heart, refeeding these rescue guys. I am actually so happy that he will eat that much hay, and I can't wait until we've got some grass. We're just waiting for Mother Nature to kick in on that one. But it's awesome that he will eat that much. So many rescue horses or neglect horses, they just are shut down and they won't eat as much as they should. And that makes things really difficult as far as refeeding them. So he's got an awesome appetite. We're getting their teeth done on Monday, so hopefully that will help him out as well. And I just can't wait to keep watching the pounds pack on this guy. So just wanted to give you kind of a reference. Like I said, we've got my 1,200-pound quarter horse here and tiny Ben here. And I do call him my pocket pony. He is very petite. He's only about 15.1, 15.2 maybe. At this point, but he has like a pony-sized head with cob-sized ears, and he's just he's very sweet, very cute, but is a very petite little pocket pony. So he weighs probably 400 pounds less than my quarter horse right now. He's got some weight to gain still, obviously, but eats, twice as much hay. So just wanted to give you kind of the reference there, and just so everyone can see the goings on behind the scenes. Okay, I hope that you all have a great night. Bye. You're being silly. Again, I just wanted to give kind of an update. Both Theo and Ben had their visit with our equine vet today for their dentistries. So we got dental floats done on both of them. Theo, I know myself or Ashley will upload some more details, but in general, his dental float was pretty unexceptional. He had some sharp teeth in there, and everything was pretty easy to solve though, and easy to fix up. Mr. Ben, as expected, was a little bit more complicated. Good news, though, is that we didn't have any active tooth root abscesses to worry about, so we actually didn't need to extract any teeth today. There was nothing loose and nothing that looked like it was causing that much of a problem at this point, so that's good. We did have a fair bit of a wave happening with his teeth, so the The incisors, premolars at the bottom on the front are very, very high. So they're impeding the top ones and actually kind of pushing those top teeth up into his sinus cavity a little bit and making it so they're not growing down. So that could be causing the sinus issues that we were seeing a little bit of, just that constant pressure. So we leveled those out as best we could today, but it will be something that we're going to have to do kind of gradually, so that we're not overwhelming his system and overwhelming his mouth, so he can't chew doing it all at once. So Ben is going to be every 3 months having his teeth looked after for the next little while, which is no problem at all. We'll make sure that he's eating well in the meantime, and if there's any concerns, obviously we'll get it looked at. But as of right now, at least, good news in that we didn't have to do any extractions today. That's not to say that there won't be some in the future, but right now everything was salvageable, which is good. One thing that is kind of good but made me kind of sad as well is when our equine vet was in Ben's mouth, he has what's called a diastema, which is a gap essentially between teeth, and it was in the upper arcade back in his molars. And that's normal in older horses. Most of our horses here actually have at least 1 or 2 throughout their mouths type thing. We have to make sure that the feedstuffs isn't getting stuck in there and causing infection and causing issue. So sorry, he's snoring. He's just waking up from anesthetic. So not abnormal to have those diastemas in there. The sad part was Mr. Ben has a diastema, like I said, in the top molars between 2 of the teeth. And that gap, according to our equine vet, is actually, there's no possible way that it grew out this way naturally. It has previously been opened up or burred out by an equine vet or an equine dentist. And that procedure is one that you don't do for just every average horse, right? Like that's something that someone loved him and spent this time and money to do that on him at one point. And then we all saw the shape that he was in just before he came here. So it's kind of nice that someone cared enough to do that for him in the past. Sorry, a little emotional about it here. But it's sad that then he was just cast off and ended up in the shape that he was in. I'm trying to show you his face here, but he's not making it easy. So anyway, it was kind of, like I said, a little bit sad. There he is. Hi, handsome. Hi. Yeah, very nice. So very nice. Thank you. Everyone loves to see your nostrils. So kind of sad that someone looked after him well enough to do that for him, have that bird out. That's not a real simple procedure, but and then he ended up where he ended up and in the shape he was in. So just wanted to share that with you because it was a little bit heartbreaking on my end. I'm glad that now he's being looked after again, but someone obviously loved him at some point in time before I did, but yeah, someone loved him at some point, and then this is just the situations that they end up in sometimes. Okay, well, thank you so much. Like I said, just wanted to share a bit of an update. Keep watching and keep updated. We'll do our best to keep everyone updated as well. And thank you again from the bottom of our hearts for watching out for these guys.
So this past week has brought along a lot of changes for Neo. He is currently going through what we call the testing stage. Now that he is eating well, he's being treated well, he's settled in, and he's starting to feel better from the medications and the treatments that we've been doing. He's currently now testing his boundaries. He's testing what he can get away with, what he can do, and he very much still has his walls up in that it's him against the world. So right now we're working on just balancing that out, and it can't help that he's stuck on stall rest most of the day. It just frustrates him a little bit, so we try to let him get outside and have a run and stretch his legs carefully with his bandages on when the ground is dry and things are fairly quiet. He did get a medicated bath, and it made a huge difference in his skin. He has been dealing with a lot of dry skin issues just from lack of nutrition, and as well, he just has such a thick mane that underneath it, it was almost molding So we had to thin out his mane quite a bit to get it to dry up and clear up. So he's also put on about 50 pounds since he arrived. He's now 4 treatments in with his PEMF therapy, and it's made a huge difference on his legs. He also had the opportunity to get a thermal imaging graph, which you can see the heat in the lower right ankle, which is the biggest issue. And as well, you can see some major heat in his withers. That's where he was very itchy, so he may have something underlying, but he doesn't seem to be in any pain. A major difference that you'll notice with Neo, besides an increase in his personality, is his walk gait. When he first came, he was very slow, he was very cautious. You had to kind of force him to walk anywhere. And now he walks you. He loves to get out and explore, and that's partially stall rest, but it's also because he's feeling better. He's feeling much better. His tummy's full, his legs are healing, and he just has a ton of energy, and he is only 10 years old, and he's probably never had the opportunity to behave like a young horse. And so he's just kind of letting all of that out. And we do our best to let him. Obviously, you still have to be safe. You can't run people over, but he still doesn't like loud voices if you swing things at him. So we're trying to show him that we're not going to hurt him, but we're just asking him to be safe when he is feeling good.
Bye. Jesus. Yeah, he definitely still has a 10-year-old spirit. In case you can't tell by the sounds that are coming out right now. That, thank you. You wanna grab that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. You can move. Really? You dingus. Do you want to grab him a couple flakes of hay and we'll just toss them out? Thank you. That was beautiful. Well, sometimes you gotta run it out.
All the stall rest in the world won't help if your brain's gonna fry.
Don't come at me. Hi.
The nicest way possible. My ass wouldn't get over it either.
Okay, I'm coming to join you on your side now.
I don't blame you.
Toss a whole bale over. They'll eat it. Hello.
Do you want one of the older ones?
Do you need to do that in front of me? No, just grab any of them.
Okay, well there's an older one here with a broken string, so it's coming anyway.
You know what?
It doesn't take much
I think you need to burn it off. Just maybe.
I don't know what gives you that idea.
I don't know why I think that. He's not hurting too bad anymore, I don't think. Oh, I just need to scratch. Be itchy. Oh, almost made it over. Not quite. Contemplated it. Wasn't done yet. Now what do I do? Huh. Can I get to that grass I was eating from here? Shit. Nope. Now what am I gonna do? What kind of nonsense can I get into now?
We have an update on St. Helens Corvette this week from his foster mom. So Corvette absolutely adores being groomed. He loves attention. The vet is coming out to do his teeth this week because he has been dropping food and having a bit in his mouth does bother him. He does have some wonky back legs with stifles. That is not something that's totally uncommon in standardbreds. Massage, chiropractic work, and muscle. He has been working on some weight strengthening. However, again, with those will come around. It is always worse. It'll get better deeper sand or mud than it is on a harder surface. He is the first one of our boys to get a settle on and have somebody pop on him because outside of the weight gain and the muscle strengthening needed, he is all cleared to work on some under saddle work. He took to it like a champ. Obviously a little bit confused about what was going on, but overall was just such a good boy.
Ask him to whoa and back up again. Yes.
Stay tuned for more updates on St. Helens Corvette next week after he's had his teeth done and he continues with his weight gain and basic saddle training.
Good boy. Is that enough torture for today, buddy?